Buff, when the ECW guys like Sandman came to WCW, were you aware of how their hardcore matches were?
It's a great question. And no, I knew that they were, trash cans and cookie sheets and the sticks and, I knew all the stuff and the barbed wire and stuff. But again, none of that stuff was going to enter WCW too far because we were owned by Ted Turner. We couldn't bleed. There couldn't be blood. If the blood did happen, it went to the hard camera. So it wasn't like we all went, "Oh my God, we gotta do hardcore wrestling now." That wasn't going to happen because Turner could only go so far with it. What we were bad about doing, and I remembered it. This happened with Sandman. I really am great friends with Sandman. I love him, great guy. This is not personal with what happened to him, and he knows this story. But WCW, calling we at WCW, I felt like we were bad about when somebody came in, we gave them a push, like the Macho Man, of course, and Hogan and those guys. But it got to where anybody that came in from another company would get a push. And so Sandman comes into WCW. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada at the MGM Grand. And I remember going to Eric and here I am putting the Sandman over. And I go to Eric, I said, and I didn't complain. I didn't, no matter what the dirt sheet says and all that stuff.
Sure.
I didn't complain about stuff like this. I did what they told me to do. That's why I kept the job for 10 years with 5 bosses. So I did what I was told. So, but on this one, I had to at least ask. So I go to Eric. I said, "Eric, bro, please tell me there's more to this story." I said, "We always do this." And I explained to him, I said, "This is my opinion." I said, if the Sandman comes in from ECW and he beats Buff Bagwell, that makes ECW look more powerful than us. I said, it's not true, A, and B, why do you want to do that? I mean,
Right.
beating Buff Bagwell's a pretty good victory coming out of the gates. And I said, it's just not necessary. It's gonna little me a little bit, and it's going to raise him fast, and it's going to show people that ECW is the better company. He agreed with me, and I beat him and the tattoo guy that was the Flames. Big Bam Bigelow. Big Bam Bigelow and Sandman. I did like a double blockbuster to both of them. Wow. So it was the only time I actually said something about losing and got a victory out of it because it made sense. But in that match, I almost killed myself because it was a fire extinguisher that I did before I gave him the blockbuster. And if you watch it back, I am gasping for air. I never really knew the facts of what a fire extinguisher was, but it takes the oxygen out of the air. I didn't know that. So I'm in the ring going, and I got to hit them both with a blockbuster and I'm out of air. So it was a crazy thing, but yeah. So Sandman, great guy, but ECW was a great company. I feel like they were third, but they were third. It was, Vince and then we were second and they were third. And then the battle became us for a little while first, but it didn't make sense for Sandman to beat me out of the gate. And he had a great run with us at WCW, but it didn't need to start that way, and it didn't. And me and Sandman were great friends through all of it.